Now don't worry, this may or may not even make the cut.
Okay. Go Bruins. I got nothing else.
That makes the cut.
When I started at Salt Lake Community College, I had just had cancer in the last half of 2019.
So originally I decided to go to the U, and I was already accepted, but after having a discussion with my parents, I realized probably the best option was to start at community college.
I never really wanted to be a lawyer, I just wanted to work in the law field. But then, I got married and had kids and, life happens.
Life in Peru, it's a little bit rougher than here. So that was my leading factors onto getting higher education.
After I graduated from high school, I went up to Utah State for 2 years.
I had originally started going to early college up at Weber State with intentions of doing medicine.
Originally, I didn't know I wanted to be a nurse. I thought I wanted to go to med school.
Thought that was the direction I was headed. Got married, moved, had kids, and never finished at Utah State.
I just didn't have the money or the time to do it. And I worked at a job for years and years and years that I really did not like.
And when I ended up coming out to my family, I had a really just hard time mentally, as a lot of people do when they have something like that happen in their life.
And so I was really concerned that I wouldn't be able to finish school, that I wouldn't be able to do the homework to the level that I set for myself.
And I've always regretted not finishing school the first round.
After being in the hospital for so long and meeting the nurses that I've worked with and the doctors I've worked with and seeing their roles, I went, that's what I want to do.
I went to high school and I wanted to be a paralegal even before it was called a paralegal.
So architecture started out as an idea when I was in Peru because I liked arts and mathematics.
So I've worked in social services and with unsheltered and marginalized populations for 20 years.
I've always been interested in tech since high school. It's also the direction we're trending now as far as the world goes.
So I had kind of lost a little bit of faith in my dream of going to medical school, and I was kind of just thinking about pursuing other things.
I tried many majors. I tried many things. And it's through that I found so much love in healthcare.
So I was working for a general contractor, and it wasn't a requirement of my employment, but I just thought, you know what, I want to educate myself a little bit more.
I wanted to go back to school, and Salt Lake Community College had at that time a really excellent offering of online courses.
I applied to the Salt Lake Community College when I was still in high school, my junior year.
So I thought, here's my chance. Should I go get another job that I really don't like? Or should I use this time and do something I want to do?
I've always been really passionate about education. Ever since I was a kid, I really enjoyed going to school. I had kind of just done some research, and I was really looking for somewhere where I was going to be able to get involved with other students, somewhere where I felt like I was going to be able to make passionate, meaningful connections with my professors, and then also somewhere that really valued diversity and inclusion.
And so I just came down here to the Taylorsville office, and I didn't even know where I was going. I just started walking and talking to people and asking people, and people would point me in different directions. I walked in a couple of wrong offices, and then they pointed me in the right direction.
Made that leap, and it was really hard. There's a lot of intense courses involved in getting into nursing school, so it took some time. I didn't get in on the first try, and that was kind of disheartening. But getting in now, I think, was probably the right time.
Trying to manage health issues on top of homework deadlines and working and taking care of children is challenging.
Having a little one is an entire journey on its own. It's its own job. And then I'm also married and working full-time at the hospital, so it's just trying to prioritize and not forget to prioritize my own mental health. which is hard.
It is hard to balance life, school, and work. That's definitely one of the main struggles throughout my collegiate career so far.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's been stressful. It's been a lot of hard work. I was hesitant to be the old person in the class, if you will.
I never felt out of place, because I felt like I was going to be out of place because I'm so much older than the other students.
And it's been really wonderful for me to just learn right alongside them and to expand my worldview and my horizon based from their experiences.
It's definitely a great opportunity, and like I previously stated, resources are very abundant here at SLC. Smaller class sizes, so it's easy to connect with your professors.
It wasn't like doing homework. I couldn't wait to get the book open, to just devour what was in there. That was exhilarating. It was like nothing I've ever experienced before.
My experience been pretty great. Yeah, just knowing a lot of things. Sometimes it gets overwhelming, but I know that in the end it's gonna be worth it.
There's the light at the end of the tunnel. You can get through this.
There's always a challenge. If there aren't challenges, then there's no room for growth.
I heard a quote the other day. Maybe you can't say this in the video, but I'll tell you and you can take it out. It said, "Be brave enough to suck at something new." And I loved that. I thought that is so true, because you might not first succeed, you may struggle through it, but be brave enough to try it, and in the end, you know, you will learn from it and you will be better from it.
You know what? Embrace your diversity. Celebrate your uniqueness.
My identity is so much more than one thing. I mean, you know, mom is #1 priority right now. Wife, I'm a sister, a daughter. Eventually I'm going to be a nurse.
If you're going after something that you really care about, that you yourself feel inside, not just because it's a job or whatever other reasons, if it's something that you want, it's so fulfilling.
And it's also noticeable from other people that you're doing that for yourself.
I'm gonna be applying to the University of Utah. I'm gonna continue my career path.
I don't know what's next for me, and I think that's okay to not know.
Life doesn't have a timeline, right? So we all have different journeys that we go through and different things that we do.
You know, you've heard that saying, you're never too old to learn, but it's true.
Whether you're 18 or 80, you have value to bring to the table, and the world needs that.
You can become so much more, and you can find so much of yourself in continued education.
And so part of me going back to school has been to complete that goal, to complete something I started, 20 plus years ago.
Mira lo que has completado, lo que has hecho. Siéntete orgulloso.
The experience that you get to have and the doors that I feel like were opened for me and the people I got to meet, I think that those are experiences that I will forever value.